Yeah. 2-3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this. Look. Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for 2-3. Miami sportsman on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he supplying the dream. Ronald Vick for defense, we bout to hunt for the ring. Buffet boys hit squad, we ain't thinking about Rodgers. Only Hall of Famer we acknowledge this year is Thomas.
What an unreal play by Zach Thomas.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We been steady building up, they been sleeping and snoring. We been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Waddle pass, they gon' dance like a penguin when scoring. Running backs, run it back, O-line don't want no sacks. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, in the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated. When they lining up against you, running through you, you gon' hate it. All the fans gon' debate it. Compare and contrast, the same conversation on a different podcast. I'm a Dolphin fan for life. 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 Who that? So low, deep. So low, deep. DWA, that's Dolphins with attitude. MSM, that's Miami Sports Music. Make sure you subscribe.
This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go.
What up, baby?
Singing this just to welcome.
How y'all doing today? Clock Blockers fam. Good morning to my family, my Finlaws. It is your boy on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I'm your host, Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. You can also follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, at MIA Sports Music. All right. Make sure when you come on in, you hit the like button, hit it, tap it, whatever you got to do. Just hit it. Just make sure you hit the like button. It helps. And also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. All right. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's a big deal. It helps the channel grow. We can't grow without your help. So when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell notification. That way you get notified anytime we go live, anytime Solo D drops a new track, anytime anything happens on the YouTube channel, you'll be notified. So make sure you hit the bell notification when you subscribe to the channel. Also, hey, look, if you want to sign up to become a member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. We'd love to see new members come and hang out with the family. There are plenty of seats waiting for you. If you want to sign up today, in the description below, you'll see membership, or you can actually just click this link that I'm about to put in the chat. And can we get 2-3 new members to the channel today. I would love to see it. It supports the channel. It helps us grow. It lets us know what we need to do better and move forward. So make sure you sign up today, become members. It helps. All right. Hey, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, a couple different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $sign below the bottom of the chat, or you can use Cash App or PayPal, which is $sign MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that you currently see on your screen, or MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that you currently see on your screen. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports, the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard to find items. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports today. Less is more events, Lime Tickets, the #1 place to get tickets to any sporting event across the country. Make sure you check them out at 202-930-3533. Tell them Steven sent you, and they will take care of you. And last but certainly not least, Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Apple or Android device, whatever it is. Just make sure you do it. It's awesome. It's good stuff. And that's how we go about doing things, all right? And as a reminder, if you're going to go to any away games this year, Philadelphia for the Philly Finvasion, FedEx for the FedEx Takeover, or Baltimore for the Baltimore Beatdown, make sure you go to tailgreeter.com or download the app, type in Philly Finvasion, FedEx Takeover, or Baltimore Beatdown to get access to the tickets for all the events that we have those weekends. And if you're going to go to any games at all this year down in Miami at Hard Rock, make sure you go to tailgreeter.com, type in East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, the best tailgate around, row 209. We love it. And the party never stops at East 32. Just know that. All right, we got a good show lined up for you today. We're going to talk NFL standings, playoff predictions, Super Bowl predictions. We're going to get into the 53-man roster a little bit more. But as I do each and every Throwback Thursday, I have a co-host. So let me bring in my man from East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, Mr. Cameron 954.
Hey, good morning, Steve. Good morning, Clock Blockers. Hey,
what's going on, baby? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Busy morning, man.
Hey, man, it is a busy morning. You know what this morning is? You know what today is? Start of college football, man. College football starts today officially.
Well, most importantly, it's my wife's birthday, so that trumps everything.
Oh, well, aren't you the good husband? So what's up, man? We haven't really got a chance to talk to you except, on Tuesday. Tuesday was a wild show, wasn't it? What did you ultimately think of the 53-man roster? What was your thoughts of it?
It tells me that Greer is supremely confident in his starters and is comfortable with the roster that he brought into camp. It gives us fans pause, right? That there's only 2 tight ends on the 53, and some other surprises. I'm glad to see Myles Gaskin hook up with Minnesota. I think I said on Tuesday, Myles Gaskin was a 7th round draft pick in 2019, and had a good career as a 7th round draft pick, and then he gets on the 53 in Minnesota, so that's good. But as far as our 53, I'm happy with it. Outside of the tight ends, I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. But I'm good. I'm good with it, man.
There was a few things that definitely surprised me. I think you kind of alluded to it, Ryan Hayes and Higgins, because they were late round draft picks. And, I go back and I look around the rest of the NFL, and most anything where the team is releasing somebody that's a late round pick, they usually clear through waivers. So I was really surprised to see that Ryan Hayes and Higgins got picked up by another team on their 53, because it showed me, and I need people to kind of realize this, that the rest of the NFL is looking at our entire roster. So, because if they're paying attention to Ryan Hayes, who didn't get a lot of playing time in the preseason, if they're paying attention to Higgins, who, is a converted wide receiver to tight end, that means the rest of the NFL has kind of been put on notice that, hey, Miami can get talented people. Here's the thing. There were talented players on this roster that would have made it in years past, but didn't, because this is a very good roster and it's top heavy. You agree?
This is true. I was surprised that they cut Elijah Higgins. I understand why they were trying to sneak him onto the practice squad, and somebody saw value. I think it was the Texans, right?
Yep.
But Haynes is the one that surprises me. With our perceived lack of confidence in the offensive line, he had a clean training camp. He did play some meaningful snaps in the preseason games, and for all intents and purposes, for a 7th round tackle from a Power 5 conference Michigan team, he had good marks in his college football career. So I was surprised.
Can I tell you a theory I have about Ryan Hayes?
Well, I was surprised that he was cut, number one.
Well, who, Hayes?
Yeah.
I'm not. But I'll tell you what I thought he would have made it to practice squad and potentially been somebody for us down the road. My theory, and this is just a straight theory, have nothing other than a theory and an opinion. Jim Harbaugh has a relationship with Indianapolis, and he told them, hey, if the Dolphins cut this guy, you need to pick him up on your roster. And I think that might have been the case. There's no reason for Ryan Hayes to be on anybody's roster.
Why not? I mean, Kendall Lamb is, and Kendall Lamb beat out Ryan Hayes for that same position.
100%. But Kendall Lamb showed last year that he had some good in him. Like, we saw flashes of Kendall Lamb last year. We were like, oh, this guy's got something, But Ryan Hayes is a 7th. How many 7th round offensive linemen make squads, Cameron?
Well, here's my, and thank you for the segue. If you remember, we drafted Isaiah Prince from Ohio State in the 5th or 6th round 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He got cut. He was a practice squad player and then got cut and then picked up by Cincinnati. And last year started in 7 or 9 games for Cincinnati. All right. So just because of where they were drafted, it doesn't mean that's the grade that they're going to have moving forward. I mean, Ben Power was a 5th round draft pick for the New England Patriots and was their starting center. So listen, it just surprised me because we're always looking for offensive line help, or Greer is, and you drafted somebody and he had a good camp and he could be a cheap, offensive line, fallback option, someone you could develop. And,
so is this for you the same old with the offensive line, same old song and dance? Like, because that's what it's kind of telling me. If you feel like that, just from your perspective, it's like, well, look, they have a history of letting people go and then they go somewhere else and they end up starting for that team. That's been the same song and dance for the last decade with this franchise.
Well, it is absolutely the same song and dance because we're still looking at Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg as the starters.
No doubt.
And that is Chris Greer's same old song and dance, man. He's sticking with his horses, ride or die. And I hope it doesn't mean the death of Tua because of it.
Well, that makes 2 of us. No, look, here's my thought on it. Like, Ryan Higgins, especially when it comes to Higgins. Higgins was one of those guys that they drafted him in the 6th round as a converted wide receiver to tight end because they wanted to bring in somebody with some, size and power to that position. And Higgins showed that he could be able to do that just from a straight strength standpoint in college. We have 2 tight ends currently on this team. I have no idea what they're planning to do at the tight end position, Cameron, and it perplexes the hell out of me. Like, well, I just don't know.
It goes to show you how McDaniel values that position.
Well, like last year there were 5 tight ends. This year there's 2.
Well, it also tells me they're going to bring somebody back or, after week 1. Which, I presume, listen, my theory is that Chosen Anderson, Croft, the tight end, and Tanner Conner are all going to be brought back after week 1 when contracts are not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true. That helps. And that helps the Dolphins from a business standpoint.
But going back to the offensive line, it's true. Leon Eichenberg and Austin Jackson were drafted by this team, but they haven't played up to their draft positions. Yeah. And you can, outside of Austin Jackson, when he got moved his rookie year inside the guard, which I think was his best position and when he played the best and most consistent.
It is when he played the best.
Those guys haven't played up to their draft position and their expectation, right? especially Austin Jackson, who keeps getting manhandled, and even during camp he was getting pushed back into the quarterback. So listen, if they can put good tape on during the regular season, I'm all for it, and it would make Greer look great, for sticking to these guys. But when I say it's the same old song and dance, these guys haven't showed us anything that they're legitimate NFL starters that this team can move forward with.
So looking at this 53-man roster and kind of, maybe some people that made it, where do you see this team currently? Let me ask you, is this the best roster, top to bottom, not just starters, top to bottom, that you've seen in the last 15, 20 years?
15, 20 years? No. Top to bottom, I like... you put my old man memory to the test here, but that Tannehill, the team that went to the playoffs, I think it was 16.
Yeah, the one that we lost to Pittsburgh.
That offensive line referred to as the Unicorns
was legit.
That defense was legit, and so top to bottom, like our top end talent. Like this is Super Bowl quality talent from the top end, but you've got to question the depth, right? Like we're a key injury or two away from really, questioning ourselves of what we're going to do.
In my opinion, yes, the offensive line, the best it's been in the last 10, 15 years is that unicorn team in 2016. But with that being said, from top to bottom standpoint, I think this is the best team since at least the early 2000s with, Jay Fiedler, Ricky Williams, and Brock Marion and Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison and Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor and Wale Agunleye. And there was just some really great talent on those teams, and Channing Crowder, and just amazing talent on some of those teams. I think this is the best this team has looked top to bottom, but I agree with you. Comparing them to ourselves is one thing. Comparing them to playoff or Super Bowl contending talent, that's another story. And you go back and you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Chiefs do not care who plays wide receiver there, because they are going to fall in line with the system, and they have essentially the best player in the NFL in Patrick Mahomes, but they don't care who's playing wide receiver there. They're gonna be successful, whoever is there, right? And you look at what Philadelphia has done to put that group together, and Cincinnati's done. Cincinnati's had like 3 offensive linemen or 3 different starting offensive lines in the last 3 years since Burrow's been there. Pretty much every year they seem to go and change something up on their O-line. I think that this is a team and a squad, though, that will still develop as we move forward in the season. And my hope is the injuries. We need to that's got to be our biggest thing this year. If injuries happen to this team, we're in for a long season. If we can find a way to keep players healthy, we're going to have a really good football season. But injuries happen all the time in the NFL, and that's the problem.
And listen, and it can't be overlooked that I believe there's 6 undrafted free agents that Greer scooped up that are on this active 53. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, whether they're drafted 5th, 6th, 7th round or an undrafted free agent, those guys are kind of all interchangeable, right? I mean, you have to, if we're giving Greer shit for losing, Higgins and Hayes, we also have to give him props for, finding undrafted free agents that beat those guys out.
Yep, Pilly. Who else? Who's the other 2 guys that made the squad? The undrafted free agents. I can't think of their names off the top of my head. But yeah. Yep. Chris Brooks. Yep. There we go. There's some really good talent on this roster, man. And guys
Julian Hill was undrafted.
Julian Hill. Yep. Julian Hill, Chris Brooks, and Pilly, and so those 3 guys.
And Pilly Brandon Pillion, I told you weeks ago, he's going to play meaningful snaps on this defensive line.
He has a chance to really put his footprint into this defense and be a significant role there, which I love.
And we also have to, include Cater Kahu, who was last year's undrafted free agent, and Keon Crossan, who was an undrafted free agent.
Well, Keon's not playing this year.
Well, regardless, he's on the 53.
No, they put him on the 53, and no, they didn't. Keon's out for the year. They put him on season-ending IR.
Well, regardless, he's part of the team. Vernon McKinley's another one.
Verone McKinley, yeah. What happened? Season-ending IR. Season-ending IR.
So let me ask you this: going back to the undrafted, to the practice squad, are you surprised that Deshaun Hand didn't get isn't on the 53? But
100%. I thought they
made it through waivers and is on our practice squad.
100% thought that was the case, and was very surprised that he didn't get anybody putting a claim into him. I'm trying to find this out. Yeah, 100%. I think that, it's funny, real quick, talking about Deshaun Hand and nobody putting a waiver claim on him. We apparently didn't put any waiver claims on anybody else. Yeah. So Crossan suffered a freak season-ending injury last week. So he's out for the year. Keon Crossan's out for the year, which sucks. But if I'm correct, because he was placed on the season-ending IR, his contract, his salary doesn't go against the salary cap now.
No, but it's guaranteed for the season. So
yeah, but it doesn't hurt the salary cap. I don't care that it's
right.
Doesn't go. I think it helps. It's some salary cap relief for us, actually. And Eric Saubert was put on the season-ending IR. So Eric Saubert and Keon Crossan both out for the year.
Someone said Croft was re-signed yesterday, but I don't see that.
Croft. Let me see. Croft.
So they re-signed Braylon Sanders to the practice squad. Ethan Bonner, Randy Charlton, Tanner Connor, which I'm happy about. Yep. Cameron Good, which I'm happy about.
They did. They brought him back. And Perry. They brought Tyler Croft back and Perry Nickerson. When they put those two guys on the IR, they brought those two guys back. So Croft. So now there's 3 tight ends: Croft, Julian Hill, and Durham Smythe. So that'll be interesting to see. And then Perry Nickerson, he was actually, I think he's going to be more of a special teams guy than anything else. Which
he was signed mid-training camp from Minnesota, correct?
Correct. Perry Nickerson was signed mid-camp, as well as Deshaun Hand, who's on the practice squad. Now, I still have this, right? So now the Dolphins have $17 million in cap space, I think. Actually, they might. Let me go to overthecap.com and see if that's updated, which I think that it is. Currently, it says they have 11 million in cap space, but somebody was telling me they have like 15 to 17 yesterday on Twitter. And if they said it on Twitter, it must be true.
It's true. Whatever's said on Twitter.
According to Over the Cap, it says 11.7. But I think Keon Crossan's thing is still in here. And Keon Crossan was scheduled to make. What was Keon Crossan scheduled to make? Nope, they have him on injured reserve here. Yeah, so it's 5. The cap number is 5. So Keon Crossan, Eric Albert, and Zeke Vandenberg. And Nick Needham's on the pup, but I think
funny,
go ahead.
It's funny, Zeke Vandenberg. Vandenberg, I was told, he came into camp injured, and they reserve capped him instead of just cutting him, and so he's guaranteed that salary, $450,000.
I think they like him. I think they want to see him next year.
Keon Crossan's a 3.1 cap hit.
Dead money for the Dolphins this year. Byron Jones at 4.7, Eric Fisher at 2.1, Dan Feeney at 2, Noah Igbenogany at 1.4, Byron Jones at 1.2, Malik Reed at 750,000, Chase Edmonds at 600,000, Hunter Long at 486,000, Deron Christian at 352,000, John Lovett at 211,000, Solomon Kinley at 196, Robbie Chosen at 150,000, Keandre Smith at 128, and Aubrey Miller at 103,000 for a total of 15,395,000 dead cap money. Dead money for the Dolphins. That's a lot.
Did Eric Fisher ever play a snap?
I don't think Eric Fisher ever played a snap for the Miami Dolphins. And this is what fans are going to go directly to when they're talking about Chris Grier. You know, they're like, "Oh my God, look at some of these bad contracts." And I don't think that's fair to him.
Pete's got a legitimate question here. You want to see
it? Is it June 1st yet? We need Dalvin to hurry up and sign. You're a shit, man. All right, let's get into the Dolphins and the schedule a little bit this year, and then we're going to get into the rest of the NFL and standings and who we think is going to make the playoffs and Super Bowl contenders. So I guess first things first, seeing the 53-man roster as it's currently set, seeing that the Dolphins have the second hardest schedule. Right now, Bovada Sports has the Dolphins over/under at 9.5 games. So my first question to you is, Cameron, is over/under 9.5 for the Miami Dolphins this year?
Over.
Yeah, me too. I definitely have them over. So let's go to the schedule for the Miami Dolphins this year, just looking at them. Let me week one, we're gonna do a season prediction. So week one, we got the Chargers in LA. You're gonna write this down? And I'll host it and you'll write it. All right, so we'll do this first. We'll do the win-loss for the Dolphins, and then we'll do division winners, and then we'll do wild card teams, and then we'll do Super Bowl predictions. Okay? And for those of you who don't know, Tamara had a family emergency, so she won't be here this week, but hopefully she'll be back next week for the start of the week pick'em. So Tamaris, we're with you, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. All right, let's go to the Chargers week one in LA. What do you think?
That's a tough game right out of the gate, right? But I'm going to say the Dolphins go in there with the dub.
I like the fact that the Dolphins have to go across the country for the very
game,
first
yes
week.
Or no?
Huh? What did you say?
I said high-scoring game, yes or no?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely high scoring. I mean, you got to think there's going to be a learning curve for our defense. There's going to be a learning curve for the defense. So I think for me,
learning curve was in training camp.
Well, I still think there was a learning curve for our offense last year. There was.
Yeah, but that go ahead.
I think just looking at the Chargers and us having to go across the US, I'm going to say that we're going to win that game, and I think that I think it's ultimately going to be because Justin Herbert's going to throw a couple of interceptions, and our defense is going to take advantage of the Chargers. I think we're going to win that game.
So here's the thing. Like, McDaniel was exposed last year during that Chargers game, right? The Chargers played a defense that McDaniel didn't have an answer for. I think that is something that Coach McDaniel has been planning for since that game, knowing, like when the schedule was
he had it circled on his thing.
Yeah, when that schedule was released, he was like, oh yeah, like
we're going to come in here and make a statement.
It's on like Donkey Kong. And I really believe that. Like he's going to be prepared and ready for better than he was last year. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win big. All right, week 2 in New England, Sunday Night Football. Miami going to New England, Sunday Night Football, week 2.
That is 9-17 Sunday Night Football. Patriots, that is a W.
Yeah, I think it's a W as well. There's nothing about the New England team that scares me, including their coach. Yeah, I think that it's going to be a dominant performance, and Wack Jones or Billy Zappi or whoever decides to play quarterback there that week is in for a long game. So I think we win. I think we win big there too. All right, Broncos home opener, September 24th. Broncos Dolphins in Miami, our home opener.
We start the season 3-0, but I will tell you this game is going to be a lot closer than people think.
Really? You think so with Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Here's my thing about the Broncos and the Dolphins game. I think that the Dolphins are going to want to be able to put on a party for their fans. I think the Broncos aren't going to know what's going to hit them playing in a heat like that. And Russell Wilson, in my opinion, he's not the guy. He's not the solution. And I think that Sean Payton knows that, but can't do anything about it. So I'm going to say the Dolphins are going to win, and they're going to win big, and it's going to be a horrible game for Russell Wilson. Dolphins start the year 3-0.
Yeah, they start the year 3-0. I agree with that. But have you watched Russell Wilson this offseason?
Not really. I haven't paid attention too much.
You should. And their defense is legit.
I'm not scared of Denver.
Listen, I'm not saying you should be scared of them, but don't underestimate.
But respect. Put a little respect on their name as well.
I mean, Sean Payton alone, earns that respect. And he'll listen. That's going to be a markedly different team. It's going to show how badly coached they were last year. And Russell Wilson's had a good training camp.
Let me ask you something. If the Dolphins come out, start 3-0, 3 big blowouts, which, by the way, I think the Chargers game will be close. I know I said they'd win by much. I think it'll be a little bit closer than we expect because they can put up points. But the Patriots and the Broncos cannot put up points. So I think if they start out 3-0 and 2 of those games are blowouts, I mean, are people saying they're the best team in the NFL after week 3?
All right. So conversely, they're on the road for the first 2 games against a Chargers team that people think is going to take the next step.
Yep.
Vic Fangio's defense, to your point, is a question mark. We don't know what it's going to look like, game 1. We have an offensive line that's a big question mark against, a former St. Thomas Aquinas, standout rusher and a defensive line that's really good.
Shout out to St. Thomas St. Aquinas.
STA. So we could start out with a big blowout loss. And what would you feel then, Steve?
Man.
Would you be surprised?
Yeah, I would.
Would you be surprised if we lost the game by more than 10?
Oh, yeah.
But you wouldn't be surprised if they lost by less than 10.
Yeah. Because I think
what's the opening line
for the Chargers and Dolphins?
Is it out there yet?
I'm sure it is. Opening lines, NFL. All righty. Here we go. Vegas Insider. Dolphins, Chargers are favored plus -3, according to Bet365. FanDuel has them at 2.5 underdogs. So basically 3 points. They're 3-point underdogs against the Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers are favored to win at home.
But you're saying they're going to blow them out.
I didn't say that. I said, look, I said, look, that game's going to be closer than I think. The other 2 games I think will be blowouts. This game I don't think will be.
So let me ask you this.
But if the Chargers blow out the Dolphins, then I would be totally surprised by that.
So if the Chargers blow out the Dolphins,
yes.
Let's say the blowout constitutes more than a 10-point or 14
I'd say more than 10 points.
They go into New England and lose by a field goal.
Bro, start.
How you feeling then, Steven?
Start the Titanic music, and look, that would not be good for any of us involved with the Dolphins. Like, it would not be good. Okay, it If we start out the year 0-2, Cameron, bro, like we can't start out the year bad. Cannot do it. There's no way to really recover with the schedule that we have starting the year out bad. It would not be good for us. You agree with that? You have to. There's no way to recover from an 0-2 start with the schedule that we have. We have the second hardest schedule. If we start out 0-2, man, I could not. Like I don't want to see like.
All right, we have the second hardest schedule, so it wouldn't surprise you if we started out 0-2.
The hard schedule comes later on after week 5, man.
You don't think on the road across the country against Herbert and then in New England,
not after what they did to us last year, man. Not after what the hell they did to us last year. No way.
In New England where we never win.
So people can hear me clearly. The Dolphins will win in a close one versus the Chargers. And then they will go out and blow out New England on Sunday night, and they will blow out Denver at the home opener.
I'm writing down these words: blow out.
Blowouts. Blowouts.
All right, Steven. Let's work our way down the. I think. All right, so I'm gonna go on record saying the Denver game at home is going to be closer in score than the Patriots game on the road.
What, the Patriots?
I said Denver and Miami at home is going to be a closer, more hotly contested game than the Patriots on the road.
Let's see here.
Tua is undefeated against the Pats. At least we have that going.
Sorry, Allie's texting me.
Yeah, because she's got some. Your prescription is ready for your hopium. She's got your prescription ready.
Oh, all right. Sorry. All right, here we go.
All right, so let's put it this way. Let's play devil's advocate. You're saying we're 3-0. I say we're 2-1.
And who's the game we lose to?
The Chargers.
Okay. All right. Week 4.
In Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
So here's the only saving grace for the Dolphins in this game. Well, there's two. And I personally think we're going to Buffalo and winning.
Okay.
I think after the two performances, the regular season game and the playoff game last year, that we have confidence in going into Buffalo. And number two, it's October 1st, and it's likely to be about 60 or 55 degrees, which is pleasant. And not, nobody's going to be chucking snowballs at Tua's face. So I said we go into Buffalo and win that game.
Buffalo, I'll say it, and I'll say it again, has regressed. They are ready to implode from within. Okay?
Steven, let me remind you.
They are ready to implode from within. Stephon Diggs is ready to throw his helmet on the sidelines. Josh Allen, man, why aren't you throwing it to me? I'm open. Come on. I'm telling you right now, Dolphins start the year 4-0. 4-0, baby. Book it. 4-0.
Is anybody in the chat shocked at this revelation after the first 4 games of Steven's predictions?
I don't think it's a blowout, by the way. I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's close. Buffalo is a division opponent. Like, even if they were a bad team, they would play good against us. But I think it's going to be close.
Pseudo Spike is taking, he's recording.
But guys, listen. All right, for the people that are sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, Steven," think about this for a second, guys. Just listen. Dolphins beat Buffalo in Miami last year at the beginning of the year, right? They did. It was a close game. They go into Buffalo in December. And let's be honest, if Boyer calls different defensive schemes late in that game, we probably win that game because Tua played good. Point blank, he played good. Okay? And then the playoff game, we had a buttload of injuries. Just a buttload of injuries. And we almost beat them with a third-string quarterback. We lost by 3 points in a playoff game. And I'll say this: I'll blame the majority of the loss on a rookie quarterback. But I will also say if Josh Boyer, same way as in December, had him called different defensive schemes, we easily could have won that game. So you want me to sit here and say, okay, the last 2 games were really close. We now have a better defensive coordinator. We have another year with everybody. Like, we are beating Buffalo week 4. I'm telling you right now. Week 4. I don't need those, Cam. I know what I see. The Dolphins are beating week 4. They are beating week 4. They are beating the Bills in week 4. I don't need those. Take them off the screen. I can see just fine, Cameron. I don't have Homer lenses, okay? I know what I know. What else do you need this bag of hopium more than most people, okay? Come and get it. 2 for 1. I'm slanging that hopium, baby. Okay, go ahead. What about you? What do you think for week 4, Cam?
I already told you. I think they go into Buffalo and win.
So you're 3-1. I'm 4-0.
Correct.
All right. October 8th, Giants at home. Trap game. Trap. Trap game. One of the next 2 weeks is a trap game. I'm telling you. If it's not the Giants, it's definitely the Panthers. Brian Daboll. Giants are a tough team, man, and I think they got better in the offseason. I think that this could be our first loss. I do. Oh, Steven, are you kidding me, Rashad? Don't play with me, Rashad. We have placed Robert Jones, Jalen Ramsey, and Jeff Wilson on injured reserve. We have signed cornerback Justin Bethel, Tyler Croft, and Perry Nickerson to replace Robert Jones, Jalen Ramsey, and Jeff Wilson. Now, we knew that Jalen was going to go on IR. And Jeff Wilson, by the way, anybody who's on IR now, because it's after the cuts and they made the initial 53, they're only out for the first 8 weeks, just so y'all know. Only out for the first 8 weeks. So Robert Jones, Jalen Ramsey, and Jeff Wilson are out for the first 8 weeks. Now, I will tell you this. If Jeff Wilson is out for the first 8 weeks, we need to go get a free agent running back.
Why? It's why they kept Chris Brooks. That's why you got Salvin Ahmed and Devin Achane is going to play in week 1. You have 4 running backs on the active roster.
Hey, Leonard.
Don't even say
Leonard?
it. Do not.
Leonard?
Do not say it.
Come to South Florida and play some football, Leonard? Come on, Leonard. We need you here, man. We need you here, Leonard.
TD, if you're listening, I'm coming over.
It's 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks. My bad. 4 weeks.
TD, if you're listening, I'm about to dial up.
4 weeks, not 8 weeks. I'm sorry. 4 weeks. 8, not 8.
So you
they're
got
only out the first month. It's not even 2 months. First 4 weeks, they're out. My bad. Thank you for correcting me, people in the chat. I apologize. First 4 weeks. And
to answer the question here from Mikey, I don't think Brooks sees a whole lot, maybe, a handful of carries. I think definitely Salvin Ahmed, gets the bulk of the secondary carries.
I'm still calling up Leonard Fournette. What's up, Leonard? You ready to come play some football in South Florida with the great one, Tua? Let's go.
There's a better chance of Kenyon Drake getting called up than Leonard Fournette.
Oh, my God. Please don't ever let that happen. Although I will forever love him for that photo on my wall right there. Gronk! He didn't have the angle. Gronk will never, ever have the angle. If I ever meet Gronk in real life, I'm going to be like, you didn't have the angle, man.
That is not where you're going to do. You're like, Gronk, can I get a picture, please? I'm with Clock Blockers. Can you come on the show?
Don't let me meet Gronk in real life. Don't let me meet him in real life. I'm going to be like, hey, man, didn't have the angle, did you? And he going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to love it. I was there in person for it, man. I saw you didn't have the angle. The world saw you didn't have the angle. All right. I am a little
at Dolphins, October 15th.
Hold on. What did you say? What did you say for the Giants? I still didn't finish my point about the Giants.
I think that we're winning that game.
Do you think it could be a trap game?
We're not losing to Daniel Jones. I'm telling you that right now. If you think they're going to lose to Daniel Jones and not lose to Herbert, Steven Daniels?
I got something to say to you.
Cuckoo.
I think that the Giants are better than the Chargers. The Giants are a better put together football team than the Chargers. I said it. You can say what you want.
The Giants finished with a better record than the Cowboys. Assuming the Eagles win that division.
That's a good question, Cam. Well, we're gonna do division. We're gonna do division winners later. But I do want to say this. I need you to write this down. Giants will finish with a better record than the Chargers.
Giants
will finish with a better record than the Chargers. Book it. You thought Tuesday was Hot Take Tuesday? Nope. Hot Take Thursday. Let's go.
More like hot cross buns. Panthers.
Okay. Panthers game. Dude, that's gonna be a party. That's gonna be a party, man. And I'm excited. I'm super stoked about it. Everybody's talking about my Raiders pick last year. My Giants are the new Raiders for this year. Yes, Giants are my new Raiders pick for this year. For those of you who watched my show last year. Facts.
So through the Panthers game.
By the way, for as wrong as I was about Vegas, I was right about Denver, and everybody said I was crazy that I thought Denver was going to be horrible last year, and they were. But they also said I was crazy about my Raiders pick, and I was wrong about that. But never mind. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
So for the first third of the schedule, you've got our Miami Dolphins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-1.
5-1. And what do you have them at?
4-2.
4-2. And your two losses are Chargers and Bills?
No.
Chargers and
I'm including the Eagles game, which is next.
Okay. All right. Well, so you have the Panthers. We hadn't even gotten to the Eagles yet, Cam.
I got them at 5-1 too, but losing to the Chargers.
Okay, thank you. And I have them losing to the Giants. All right, let's go. October 22nd, Sunday Night Football. Second time we have been on Sunday Night Football so far in the year. I'm excited about that. Kelly green uniforms for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philly Finvasion. If you guys want to go to the Philly Finvasion, in the link below the description, you will see tickets and access to the Philly Finvasion. We got game tickets. We got tailgate tickets, free meet and greet the night before. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be dope. You want to go, make sure you check it out. Tailgreeter.com. Type in Philly Finvasion. It's going to be great. Let's be honest, okay? It'll be our toughest game of the year. By far. Not even close. It'll be our toughest game of the year. I want to say win, but I want to say win. But I'm going to say a loss. I don't want it to be a loss. But if I think the Dolphins are going to lose to the Giants, they're definitely going to lose to the Eagles. NFC East is going to be NFC East. I promise y'all will be a lot powerful than y'all think this year.
Oh, so Dallas is going to be better than the Giants?
No, I don't know. We're going to talk about the divisions in a minute, Cameron. You are fast forwarding, okay?
You keep talking this smack about the divisions, man.
I think NFC East is going to be better than people give them credit for, is what I said. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna say the Eagles are gonna win that game. I don't want it to be, but I have to give them a loss somewhere. And I gotta be honest with myself. So now we are clearly good enough to win that game. I just want people to know that. But I gotta give them a loss somewhere. And so this will be where I give them a loss. What do you think?
They lose by 821 points.
What? You're not a fan. Cameron's not a real fan. He said we're going to lose by 827 points. Cameron doesn't tailgate 6 hours before every home game. He's not a real fan. Not a real fan. Fake news.
They lose by, I think it's a closer game than people think. I think they lose by maybe 3.
I think it's going to be close. I think even if the Dolphins lose in a close game, the NFL will be put on notice that Miami's for real. Miami can easily win this game, want to throw it out there, but they probably lose this game. So we both have them as a loss, and we both have them at a loss in a close game. Next game, Patriots in Miami, October 29th. Win Miami. Miami win, and they win big.
What are you dressing up as? That's the important question.
For what? Oh, Halloween. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'll let the fans decide what I should wear for Halloween this year.
I've already decided, Steven.
Oh, what I'm wearing? You've decided what I'm wearing? Yes. What am I wearing for Halloween?
What we are wearing.
What? Oh, I'm a little intrigued now. What are we wearing for Halloween, Cameron?
And who else? Who's the fourth member of our Miami Sports Music Executive Board?
Oh, Jamie Bahamas.
So the three of us are going to be dressed up as Solo D's backup singers.
Yes! I'm about that life. I've always wanted to be a backup singer for Solo D. I like it. Did I get to dress like the Beastie Boys? Because that's what I want.
No, I'm thinking more like Aretha Franklin's backup singers.
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not doing a dress or nothing like that. That's not happening. No.
Jamie Bahamas is there. Yes, he's listening.
We're not doing it. Jamie said, "And
yes."
And no.
Peter Griffin and Quagmire.
That would be good. Hey, Meg. Hey, look here, Meg. Okay. Hey, Meg.
Oh man.
Giggity. I can't do it.
Bikini.
Oh man.
And 1, 2, 3. Look at the guys coming out of the woodwork. 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. Bikini.
1, 2, 3, 4 F's is in the building.
Bikinis, he says.
Nope, not doing it.
F's. If you want to see Steven in a bikini, man.
That, okay, nobody wants to see that. Okay, nobody. I don't know. We might have to work on that. I you know what I was hoping you were about to say? The Three Musketeers.
No.
Porthos. Newfoundland says intergalactic jumpsuits. Oh, we could do the Missy Elliott jumpsuit, like from the video. I would do that. Can't stand the rain. It's my window. I can't stand the rain. All right, sorry. Go ahead. All right, next. All right, so we both have the Patriots as a win, right? October 29th.
Steven, you should be paying your viewers about now to be watching this shit.
It's horrible podcasting here. Just straight horrible. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better. I will do better.
Patriots, we both say a dub. Going on to Germany and the
Germany. I'm gonna have some German beer. 9:30 in the morning. Time difference. Time jump. You know, the Dolphins played the Chiefs, 3 years ago? And we almost won that game. And Tua was the quarterback. Tua played good.
I think it's one of his best games he's ever played.
Yeah. So, you know, and Tyreek is going to come out and he's going to be ready to go. Dolphins are going to beat the Chiefs in Germany. Book it. Dolphins are going to beat the Chiefs in Germany. Tua is going to have a big game. Tyreek Hill's going to have a good game. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
When's the last time a Hawaiian went into Germany and won anything?
Ooh. I'm gonna say, look, I think we can definitely do it, and Tyreek and Tua are definitely going to be motivated to play very well in that game. So we're going to win in a shootout. It's going to be a shootout, and we're going to win. What do you think?
I'm taking the L in Germany.
You're giving us the L.
I'm giving us the L. I think Vic Fangio goes AWOL because he's eating too much bratwurst and
bratwurst.
Yeah.
Better make sure they have good bathrooms in Germany because, man, that bratwurst, that can get to you. Hey, guys, only 30 likes. Hit the like button, please.
That's 30 too many.
It's 30 too many today. Everybody's like, Steven, this is definitely not your best show. Definitely not. All right.
Probably World War II. That's the answer I was looking for.
Dave the Dude said. All right. The Vegas Raiders in Miami, November 19th. Believe it or not, this is a trap game as well. And I don't know if trap game, but them coming back over from Germany, there's no off week. Is there do we have an off week after? We might actually, now that I think about it. Let me look. We do have an off week. November 5th is that game. Yes, all right. We do have an off week. All right. We win the game. If it had been no off week, I would have said that could have been a potential loss. But the bye week is after that. I'm taking the dub. We're winning at home against Vegas. And Tom Brady's going to be there because he's part owner of the Vegas Raiders. And he's going to see what he could have had he had stayed one more year. Just rile some people up there.
Yeah, I think we beat the Raiders at home.
The Raiders.
You know why? Because we don't have Teddy Bridgewater throwing backwards passes in the end.
Amen to that, brother. No doubt.
I was there for that game, man.
It was wild.
It was fun.
MetLife TakeOver, Black Friday, 3:00. Only game in town that day. Only game in the world that day.
Not true.
No NFL game. There might be some college football.
I think the Lakers are playing the Knicks that day. In New York.
In New York. That's the day after. No. The Heat are playing the day after in New York.
That's right.
The Heat are playing the day after. So you could go to that game, go see the Dolphins beat the Jets, stay somewhere overnight, then go see the Miami Heat beat the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden the next day. I'm just saying that's a hell of a weekend if I've ever seen one.
Apollo Ona whooped some German ass.
You guys are in it on the chat today. I have to admit, I'm impressed. Pete says, man, only 30 likes. They gatekeeping. We're at 49 likes now, so 19 more likes since that.
So the Jets, a dub or an L?
As long as two is playing, it's a dub. No, I do not have us undefeated, noob. Thank you.
You just jinxed him. Almost noob.
We win on Black Friday against the Jets, and we spoil crybaby Aaron Rodgers party on Black Friday. Actually, I'll say this. I don't even think Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing that day. He'll be hurt by then. Hello, Zach Wilson. Let's go. Let's go, Zach Wilson.
The Jets beat the Dolphins.
Are you serious?
Friday. Yes.
No way.
Way.
You got to tell me why you think that.
I think they split the series with the Jets this year, home and home.
Yeah, no. After they embarrassed us last year in New York, Miami won. You just said that we were probably going to beat. Well, that we were going to play well against the Chargers. I had them beaten. I don't think you did, because
I got them losing against the Chargers.
Okay, but you have a close game in that we're going to, like, you had them that they got it circled. They got this game circled too. They do not want to get embarrassed again the way they did last year.
Who?
The Dolphins. Yeah. They put up 40 points on us last year, and it was honestly, it was what, a tie game or close to being a tie game with 10 minutes left?
Because Pete's boy was like throwing them straight.
Yeah, Pete's boy was like straight dogging it for us, man. He was horrible that game.
Throwing passes right to the opposition.
Yep.
Sixes.
That Skyler fella. Skynet was down that day, let me tell you.
Surprised he made the cut.
Well, you were just trying to rile up Pete, aren't you? All right, I'm gonna say that's a dub. We're winning that game.
December 3rd, Commanders in Washington, which we will be at.
FedEx Takeover, baby. If you guys want to go to that game, in the description below, you will see tickets, link for tickets for the FedEx Takeover. We got game tickets. We got tailgate. We got the meet and greet the night before. It is where you want to be, the FedEx Takeover. Come and hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dub. Major dub. We're winning that game. And it's not even going to be close. Sam Howell's going to have a hell of a day against our defense.
Yeah, I think we win. I'll be surprised if Ron Rivera is even coaching by then. That's how bad the Commanders are going to be this year.
Monday Night Football. Tennessee goes into Miami on Monday Night Football. By the way, I was really upset that this was a Monday Night Football game, but so be it. Miami wins big against Tennessee on Monday Night Football.
The return of Tannehill? Is Tannehill playing that game?
Probably not. Probably not. And you know what? Unless Tennessee's tanking for Caleb Williams.
Why would they? So, oh my God, Steven.
I'm just saying. It's possible.
If
Possible.
If Tennessee is starting Tannehill in order to tank,
wouldn't you?
After drafting Willis and Levis consecutive first rounds, consecutive years,
Somebody's getting straight fired.
And after not dealing Henry,
I'm gonna tell you this. Look, here it is. The Tennessee Titans, if they are losing come trade deadline, it's a big if, okay? Want to throw it out there. If they are losing by trade deadline, we'll trade away DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry at trade deadline to get stuff to rebuild that whole team. They're going to gut it if they have a losing record at the trade deadline. They are going to gut the hell out of that team if they're losing.
Oh, Steven.
Think about it. You got DeAndre Hopkins on a 2-year deal. It's a no-brainer that if you have a losing record at the trade deadline, that GM better be calling up every GM. What do you want for DeAndre Hopkins? You get him for a year and a half. What are you giving up? You want Derrick Henry? You get him for a year and a half. What are you giving up? Just saying.
Steven, who going back to divisions, who in that division is beating Tennessee?
Oh, Jacksonville's the best team in that division, sir. by far.
By far.
Oh, yeah. Not even close. Trevor Lawrence and that team straight like that. Just saying. Miami wins big against Tennessee. What do you have? Win, loss?
Win.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You have the same thing that I have, and you're giving me crap about it, Cameron. Don't appreciate it. Next week, New York Jets. Say what?
It's not the same reasons, though.
It is, but it's a win. It's a dub. Okay? Thank you. Dub for both of us. Jets, Dolphins, December 17th in Miami.
That Monday night game is going to come down to Jason Sanders' 56-yard field goal that barely squeaks over the goalpost to win that game.
Please don't let that happen.
It's going to happen.
I hope it doesn't.
Derrick Henry is going to rush over 200 yards on Monday Night Football.
No, sir. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Jets, Dolphins, December 17th. Let's move on, okay? Because you're just saying stuff that is appalling to me. Jets, Dolphins, December 17th in Miami. Miami wins big. It's not even close. Not even close. Aaron Rodgers is going to be, yeah. Dolphins win, Dolphins win, Dolphins win. What do you have that game?
The Dolphins win on a Jason Sanders last-second
field
goal.
God, you can't have Jason Sanders winning on a field goal every game, Cameron. God, we are not Tony Sperano here anymore. He's gone. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. Tony Sperano. But I'm telling you right now, we are not winning all these games on freaking field goals, man, with this offense that we have. Come on. Do better.
I'll just remind you what Aaron Rodgers did in the second half against the Dolphins last year.
Okay, against the Josh Boyer defense. Thank you.
Josh Boyer's your whipping boy, I see.
Boy, Josh Boyer, man. That man
Steven
don't even
Daniels whipping boy.
That man don't even deserve to breathe the same air as some of the Dolphins on that defense. I'm just saying. I'm glad he's gone. Christmas Eve, Cowboys, Dolphins. Little upset that game's on Christmas Eve. Actually, very upset that the game's on Christmas Eve. It was a game I wanted to go. It was a game I wanted to go to, but I'm not going now. I will not be there for that game.
The tailgate will be lit.
I will not be there. So you are doing a tailgate that game?
100%.
Okay. Well,
I'm just not going to the game.
Well,
selling my tickets because there's some sucker Cowboy fans that are going to pay me $2,000 a seat.
See, you're what's wrong with the resale of tickets in America these days. Okay, you
Really?
Can't give your ticket. You just straight admitted that you were going to sell your tickets to a Cowboys fan, to an away team fan. We don't need that place. They got A&T Stadium, Jerry's World. Sell it to a Dolphins fan. I'm disappointed in you and Cameron. I'm disappointed in you. I'm just going to say it. Disappointed. Disappointed me. Dolphins win big. Dallas. Not worried about Dak Prescott, who will throw an interception late in the game for us to win the game.
Yeah, the Dolphins win this game by a Jason Sanders 56.
Oh, my God. You have Jason Sanders 3 weeks in a row winning on a field goal. Green Rat said, Cam done lost his fin card. You're right. Yeah.
I didn't lose my fin card. It's called capitalism, man. If there's a buyer's market for those seats, I'm selling them. Hey, and I got 6 seats in that stadium. Doesn't mean I'm selling them all to a damn Cowboys fan.
Rick Smart says, revoke his season ticket. Hey, there are teams around the NFL that are starting to implement that but it's got to be like you sell majority of your season tickets to away teams.
I haven't sold one seat since 2007 to an away fan.
Facts. I can attest to that, by the way. At least for the last 3 years, I can attest to that. The years before that, I trust Cameron enough to say that those are facts. Cam, is Jason Sanders going to the Pro Bowl?
Jason Sanders may not even be on the team after week 6. Who knows?
Okay. All right. New Year's Eve, Baltimore beat down in Baltimore. 1:00 game. Miami in Baltimore. What do you got?
I think there's a strip club too close to that stadium that Xavier Howard's going to get caught up in, and the Ravens get beat by
Cameron
55.
How would you know that there's a strip club that close to the stadium, Cameron?
You drive right past it, dummy.
Did we happen to visit that establishment one time? Maybe.
Don't put we in this conversation.
Okay. All right. I'm just I think it's going to be a loss because I think Baltimore wants revenge on us, and they are going to do everything in their power to try to embarrass us. I think Baltimore's going to win that game. They feel some type of way about what we did to them last year, and they got this game circled. They could have a losing record. They could be one of the worst teams in the NFL. They are going to do everything they can to beat us on that Sunday.
Stop, and you got to put Gabriel's comment up on the screen.
Ask Stephen, what if Noah has the game set? No, where?
All
right, I'll make
that is the greatest comment that has ever been in the chat.
I got you, buddy.
Here's in the tenure of this damn podcast.
I don't gamble. And I'm not going to start now. But here's what I will tell you, good sir. This isn't a gamble. These are facts, okay? If Noah has a game-sealing interception on Christmas Eve against the Dolphins, what do you want? What do you want, Gabriel? Do you want me to do a show in Cowboys gear? Do you want me to wear a Noah jersey? What do you want? I will do almost anything if that happens, because it's never gonna happen. Ever. I need to know. What do you want, Gabriel?
I'll jump off a bridge.
I don't know if I'll jump off a bridge. I got family, but I'm sure I can find a low bridge somewhere. Truffle shuffle. Noah revenge game. No, guys, stop it. Just stop it. Please stop.
I mean, he did it in Pittsburgh.
The universe, guys. Sarni to hook it up with an autographed Marino. That's tough. I put my own foot in my mouth. It's not for you. It's like something that I would need to do. That doesn't hurt me. That hurts Sarni. So no. It's got to be something that hurts me. Here you go. I'll say it since you can't do it. If Noah does that, I will wear a Noah Igbenogany jersey. I will find one. I will buy one. And
on the podcast.
I will wear it on the podcast.
With his name in front. You got to wear it backwards.
I will turn it around like Nelly used to do in the video, like Trick Daddy had on the cover of his album. I will do it. Noah Igbenogany jersey if Noah makes a game-winning interception against us. That's it.
You got to do it crisscross style.
Crisscross style. You got
it. Ban Pete for you.
Now, do you want a Dolphins Igbenogany jersey or a Dallas Cowboys Igbenogany jersey?
Cowboys. It's got to be Cowboys.
All right, Cowboys. Fine. I'll do it. I will do it. I'll wear it one day, and I'll hang it up in my background for a week. I'll wear it one day and hang it up in my background for a week.
I mean, Gabriel said we could ban Pete for a year.
No, can't do that. Come on, guys, stop it. Just
Coach is live at the podium, according to Pete. Is that true?
Do people want to hear?
We got one more game left.
Bill, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. No, you can go if you want to go listen to Coach. You can, and then come back later. We got other things to talk about. Chef,
I got to leave in 10 minutes.
Oh man, dude, you're killing me, Smalls.
I
All
told
right.
you. I told you.
Did. Bills, Dolphins.
My wife's birthday. I got to take her out to lunch.
Bills, Dolphins, January 7th. Last game of the year.
It's in Miami.
It's in Miami. Dolphins win.
I agree with this. I think that the Dolphins beat the Bills both games, home and home, this year. And this is the catapult into the playoffs for the Dolphins. They go into the playoffs on a 1, 2, 3, 4, winning 5 of the last 6 games.
All right. So what was the final win-loss total for me and you?
So I've got them at 12-5, which I you know what? I said they're 11-win team a couple weeks ago. So 12-5. Yeah, I could probably, there's probably a loss or 2 in there that could go either way. You have them at 1, 2, 14-3.
Let's go. 14-3, baby. Get your bag of hopium here. Get your bag.
So at 14-3, at 14-3, they'll be a top 2 or 3 team in the NFL.
At 14-3, they will be the best team in the NFL this year. Let's just get that straight.
And Kansas City and
will
somebody else.
We'll have beaten Kansas City because I think we're going to beat them in Germany.
I do think we're sweeping Buffalo this year. I'll stand by that. I'm pretty confident in that.
Do you want to do division winners real quick?
Hit me up. Let's go.
All right. Division winners. Where are they at? All right, here we go. AFC West, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
So going back to the season-long predictions real quick, we're going to have Tamaris on next week, and she'll give hers.
Yes.
And then we could document all this, and when she kicks both of our asses by more than 50% again.
She did. She killed us last year.
Killed us.
By the way, if I'm honest with you guys, I think the Dolphins are probably a 12-win team right now. I say 11.
I think 11 to 12 wins, right?
But they're starting, as long as they can stay healthy, which is a big if. Let's be honest, they can win 14 games. I really believe that. So, look, am I naive to think that? Hey, look, they can. That Chargers game is definitely a game that they could lose. I get it. I understand it, but I think that it's entirely plausible that if things go perfect for us, we can be a 13, 14 win team. But it's more likely we're probably an 11 or 12. That's probably where we're at.
I agree. I think it's 11. They were 9 games, a 9-8 team last year with
a third string
without their starting quarterback in 5. So let's be honest here. This team is much better with Tua at quarterback, regardless if it's Mike White or Skyler. They're just a different team. Last year at 9 wins with Skyler and Teddy Bridgewater starting 4.5 of those games, and playing into the playoffs. The secondary was devastated last year with injuries. And you had Mostert and Wilson, split, 8 games in 6 games or whatever it was that they started. Listen, injuries are a part of the game, and our depth is questionable, and so that's why I question whether or not this team is more than 2 to 3 games better than last year's team. Right?
Yeah.
So 11 or 12 wins, I think, hypothetically is an accurate, that's a pretty safe target for me. 14, you're on the hopium bus. But as long as you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. And that's
by the way, Daniel Oyefusi and Barry Jackson. Barry Jackson said Finns don't necessarily need to add a running back to the 53. even though they have just 2 really healthy ones. They can sign any free agent running back on earth to the practice squad and elevate him for the Chargers opener in 2 other games if they choose. Daniel says Dolphins reportedly sought to sign Melvin Gordon to their practice squad before he returned to Baltimore's practice squad. So it's certainly possible that they used one of their final spots on a running back. Leonard Fournette, people. Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette. Thank you.
Kenyon Drake.
Leonard Fournette. All right, real quick, because I only got you for like 5 more minutes. AFC West. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
Chiefs.
I'm with you on there. AFC North. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Man, so I think this is going to be one of the toughest divisions
It's going to be a really good division
in football. Pittsburgh has looked like world beaters, right? In the preseason,
their defense is legit.
The Browns are going to surprise with Watson, with his all that bullshit behind him.
I still think they'll finish 4th. Personally. You
got Cincinnati, who's who's Joe Burrow's starting game 1, and so he's back from his calf injury. And then who else you got in the division? The Ravens. The Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens, yeah.
I mean, that's a tough-ass division.
That is a very tough division.
So who do I think is going to win that division? I'm going to say Pittsburgh.
I think Cincinnati 1, Pittsburgh 2, Baltimore 3, Browns 4. Pittsburgh finishes ahead of Baltimore. And I think Cincinnati's the best team in that division.
I think Pittsburgh wins the division.
They have maybe the 4th best quarterback in that division, but you think they're going to win the division?
I think they win the division.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland. All right, AFC South. Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans.
I'll reluctantly say the Jaguars, but I think the Titans are going to be right there.
Jaguars all day. Not even close. Give me your three wild card teams.
Is Jameson Winston starting for New Orleans?
Yes,
Winston.
He is. Sure is.
My 3 wild card teams?
3 wild card teams out of the AFC. Wait, hold on. AFC East. We didn't even do the AFC East.
Who
wins the AFC East?
Go ahead. The teams are
Dolphins win the AFC East.
Oh, the Dolphins. The Dolphins win the AFC East. Yes.
All right. So give me your 3 wild card teams.
Man, I'm going to say right now the 3 wild card teams are Buffalo, the Ravens. No, Buffalo, Cincinnati, and I'll say Denver.
Okay. My 3 wild card teams are going to be the Jets, the Steelers, and the Chargers. The Jets, the Steelers, and the Chargers. 3 wild card teams. No division gets 3 in there. No division gets 3 teams from their division in the playoffs. All right, NFC East, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Commanders, and I want all 4 on where you think that division's going to end up.
Cowboys, Giants, Commanders,
Eagles.
And who else?
Philly, Eagles.
Eagles finish first. I'll say Giants finish second. Cowboys third. Washington fourth.
I am 100% with you on that. Philly first, Giants second, Cowboys third, DC fourth. NFC West, Cardinals, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks.
Seahawks as your sneaky Super Bowl contenders coming out of the NFC.
I agree. Are they good enough to beat the 49ers in the division?
Yes, Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals dead last, and whoever the other team is. Rams. Ooh. The Rams and Cardinals.
They're a wild card. I just don't I'm not saying they're a wild card team. I don't know how the Rams are going to be this year. I don't.
The Rams and the Cardinals are going to fight out for the Caleb. They're both tanking this season.
Okay. Well, we know Arizona is 100%. They are
110%.
And NFC North: Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
I'm gonna say.
By the way, my NFC West team is 49ers. They're winning that division. Go ahead, NFC North.
I'm gonna say the Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings finish last.
I'm gonna go Lions winning that division too. I don't know, man. Justin Fields. I like Justin Fields a lot. I do.
But not enough to win the division.
Okay. I just don't know what type of weapons Chicago has. That's my problem.
DJ Moore.
I mean, they're good. To be honest, I think Detroit has better weapons. But if I'm honest, Chicago has the better quarterback. So I think the Bears and the Lions are going to be fun to watch battling it out this year.
Who's the better quarterback in that division, Cousins or Fields?
Justin Fields is the best quarterback in the division, period.
Really?
Yes.
Justin Fields is something like 5-23 as a starter.
Because those teams have been trash. I'm telling you right now, Justin Fields is the best quarterback in that division. It's Justin Fields.
And I'm not disagreeing with you, but I am going to say this. Every year, everyone sleeps on Kirk Cousins, and all he's done is been a perennial All-Pro year after year.
Except when he gets into primetime games and he shits the bed.
True, but he gets into the playoffs. I'm
going to go Justin Fields, Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff.
Noob. I want Noob to go up and look at the last 5 or 6 games last year. I think Justin Fields was top 3 in QBR. His pass percentage, completion percentage was top 5 in the NFL.
Fields is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. Mark my words, people. All right, NFC South: Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Bucks.
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Bucks. Falcons, Panthers.
Just want to state for the record that will be the worst division in football again, and all those teams are trash. But go ahead.
I'm going to say Atlanta. And who cares?
I think it's going to come down, believe it or not, to the Saints and Falcons. But Tyler Heineke is in Atlanta, and he's the backup there. So, and he'll eventually get some playing time because Desmond Ridder will find a way to screw that up. So
I don't think so. I think Desmond Ridder takes a next step. I think the Falcons are going to be a lot better than people think.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are going to be good too.
And listen, I'm going to say the Saints are not going to be much. They're not going to be much worse than the Falcons. They're going to contend for that second place finish in the division with Carolina.
Yeah, dude. And for people that think that Tampa is going to be somewhat good, if you're hedging your bets on Baker Mayfield being anything, Kyle Trask, a.k.a. Kyle Trash, couldn't beat out Baker Mayfield in a quarterback competition. Let's be honest. That team's trash. Okay? All right. NFC wildcard teams, real quick. I'll give you mine. I think it's going to be the Giants, the Seahawks, and either the Lions or the Bears, whatever two teams.
No, I'll say the Giants, the 49ers, and Giants, 49ers, and Minnesota.
Okay. Super Bowl, real quick. Who's in the Super Bowl this year?
Seattle, Kansas City.
My Super Bowl prediction is...
Steven, you got to say Miami.
Miami, Philadelphia. I think it's Miami, Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia is going to run it back again with Jalen Hurts. I think Miami's got the team to really look. The number one thing for the Dolphins is health. And if they stay healthy, they're going to be the best team in the AFC. I really believe that. 100%. Without a doubt. I've never felt that way before. In my entire life, I've never felt that the Dolphins were the best team in the AFC. I've said, I think they'll be a good team. I think they'll win the division. And I've been wrong about a lot of those almost all of those. Matter of fact, all of those. But even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a blue moon. And I'm telling you right now, I think this is that blue moon. Okay? Let's be honest. Dolphins will go to the Super Bowl this year. Dolphins, Eagles, Super Bowl. The Ace Ventura Pet Detective Super Bowl. Let's go. The laces were in. Or they were out. I don't know. But it's going to be the Ace Ventura Super Bowl. That's what's going to happen. Get out of here. Tell the missus we love her. Happy birthday. Your missus is the best. We love her.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. Go party. What do you got? Anything planned on deck? Where are you going? What are you doing? Can you tell us?
No.
Okay. Fine. Whatever.
Upstairs at Tootsie's. Let's go.
Let's go. You already know, Cameron. Forget Disneyland being the best place on earth. It is definitely upstairs at Tootsie's.
Well, you definitely got to pay more for those rides up there. Goodbye.
And he walked out on that. Oh, my goodness. All right, I got about 25, 35 more minutes. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all can get on. Do a little quick hangout sesh with your boy, Stephen D. Who wants to come say hello and hang out with the boy? Tell me how crazy I am for my picks. I'm sure y'all want to. There we go. Get up here. Only 56 likes today. Greg, what's up, man?
What's up, Steven?
I don't know, baby. I don't know.
Steven, are you on some type of drug this morning? Because
I am not. Nope. I am.
Jared Goff is the best quarterback in the NFC North, and it's not even close.
Who is?
Jared Goff.
Who?
Jared Goff.
Oh, I heard you, but who?
Jared freaking Goff.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's a scrub.
Well,
If Jared Goff was remotely good, he would have stayed in LA. Let's be honest. They couldn't get him out of LA quick enough. They called Detroit and said, "What do you want? 3 first-round picks? Okay, let's go. Come on, man."
Him and Dan Campbell are going to be
with a cap.
Guess what? When the Lions win the division and Jared Goff leads the Lions to the NFC Championship, I'm going to come up here.
Well, 2 things. I want to throw this out there. I have said that I believe that they could win the AFC. I think it'll come down to the Bears and the Lions. The team around Jared Goff is great, but Jared Goff is in no way, shape, or form good enough to take that team to a Super Bowl.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah, for sure.
Definitely not. So I'm just saying. Nope.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just buying it on Amon-Ra St. Brown, bro. That guy's a beast.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Lions are good. I'm not saying that they're not, Greg. I think that they're a good team. My thing is, I think people are not going to give enough credit to Justin Fields this year. I think Justin Fields is
I'm a big Justin Fields believer.
I'm going to give you 5 people I think they're going to be in the running for the MVP this year. You ready? 5 people.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, Tua, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and I need to give you a 5th, don't I?
How about Joe Burrow? Oh, no, Kenny Pickett. I'm really buying in on the Steelers this year.
He's not going to be an MVP candidate. Joe Burrow. I'll go with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I can see
There's
that.
your 5. Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Tua Tagovailoa, and Justin Fields will be your top 5 candidates of MVP.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. I could see those 5. But what I came up here to say is I wanted to say something about the Dolphins and what I saw. You know, I really wanted Jonathan Taylor, man, but the Colts wanted Waddle and some extra. I mean, I'm glad we didn't do it, but we got until October.
I'm going to say this. I've enjoyed seeing the gifs of Jim Irsay on Twitter And if it's true that he asked for that, that man is on something. But I'm just saying, like, that's crazy. Absolutely insane. Insane.
We got
all right,
till
Greg.
October.
Anything else before I let you go, buddy?
We're gonna beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl this year. Because that Miami has one name on it. When everybody's saying Miami Dolphins,
yeah. I love that guy. Apps. What up, Apps?
Steven, can you hear me?
I can hear you, buddy. I miss you, man. What's going on?
You know, I've been waiting to decide whose panel I was gonna come and grace my presence with, and I've ultimately decided I chose Stephen D.
So great.
I chose Stephen D.
Like, you're the man.
Because I've had a lot going on, you know, my shoulder, and you know, just a lot of stuff going on. So I kind of had to.
Can you give me and people? He's about to scream it. Hopefully, can you give me? You can't talk to people like that one more time.
I've dialed back my emotions, but I will give it to you. This is unacceptable.
Say it. Give it to me.
This is unacceptable, Stephen.
You can't talk to people like that.
You cannot talk to people like that. I don't know who you think you are.
For those of you who don't know, Epps is like one of the OGs on this show. And back in the day, just gonna throw it out there, he was a little combative, just a little.
Yeah.
There's some classic shows, classic Wildin' Out Wednesdays back in the day. Classic.
We got wild. We did,
man.
I kind of realigned myself, stepped back, and I realized you
found a place of zen. You're evolving, growing up and evolving, and found a place of zen.
I realized that you have to be able to control your emotions on these panels, or else you're just looking like a fool.
Look, man, we've
and
all been there.
I said things that, you know, to people and stuff that I really didn't like, and you know,
Epps, we miss you, man.
So I'm kind of like getting back into things. I'm reading stats again. I'm doing stuff again. I kind of stepped back from the Dolphins.
You're falling back in love with the sport that you love. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, I've always loved the Dolphins. Don't get me wrong. And I joke around with this. It's going to be a 4 or 5 win team. I don't believe that. I think that.
What do you like? Honestly, be honest with me. What do you think for this year, Epps?
If Tua stays healthy, I don't know, because Jeff Wilson just went on IR, but I mean, I would really want to see Kareem Hunt or Leonard Fournette come here, but I think we're a 10-11 win team.
I think that's where most people have us right now.
If everything works out, I think we can win 10 or 11 games. I think we really can.
No, look, I'll say it right now. As constructed, we're a 10-11 win team. If everything works out the way it's supposed to, I think we can win 13 or 14. Like, I really
that's fair. That's fair. I was reading some crazy stuff last night that I always thought that if Tua went down, we were in the biggest trouble in the division, but that's actually not true. Josh Allen, since Diggs was acquired, he has not missed one game. Even with the elbow injury last year,
I'm telling you that
if he goes down,
if
Josh Allen goes down, guess what? There's an Allen as the backup, but it's not Josh, it's Kyle. And they're in big trouble. And let me tell you another thing. Look at the Bills' pass rush last year with Von Miller, and then look at their pass rush after Von Miller got hurt. So I think the Bills might be the worst team in this division.
I'm not saying they're the worst team in this division. I still think it's the Pats, but the division is good as a whole.
Did you hear Bill Belichick said he's retiring after this year?
Did he? Did he really?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. It could be. I don't know if it's real or fake.
Well, if it's on Twitter, it must be true. We've already.
It must be true.
We've already said this.
I guess he couldn't get it done without Brady.
Let's see. Is that? Can somebody confirm or deny this for us? I feel like it would be all over Twitter if he said that. I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't see this. We'll have to look at it.
It could have just been one of my little people I follow. That's a rumor. Who knows? I'm not saying it's confirmed, but I read it this morning.
I know you're growing and you're evolving, but just understand Twitter.
Oh, I know.
These people will get you, man. You gotta watch
know.
out.
Oh, I know. The Twitter
Some
Spaces.
people will just tweet anything, man.
I sit back and listen to these Twitter Spaces, and it's wild.
It's wild, man. Twitter's
I'm
crazy.
like, dude, I thought I was crazy, but dude, I'm listening to people threaten people's families, and I'm like, oh my god,
Hey, come on,
like, dude, like I was like, I thought I was wild, but this is really wild.
They wilding out here, man. They wilding out here. All right, man. Let me let you go. I love you, brother.
I'm happy. Hey, Steven, I'm so happy to talk to you again. I love all you guys, and fins up, man. And I do hope this season turns out to be a winning season, and I hope we do win the division. And peace and love to everybody, man. Y'all be good.
Love you, brother. Be good, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. VA Dolphin. Hey, you're on camera.
What's
You're
good, bro?
on
No,
camera, man.
I'm reading the article this time. I'm not doing all that.
That other stuff.
That other stuff, yeah.
What's up, baby? What's going on?
Nothing much. So
what do you want to say today, man? Floor is yours.
Come on, baby. Ain't nothing different than yesterday. You already know what I'm here for. Kaz, I went to the tape, bro. February 15th episode, 3 hours, 21 minutes, 50 seconds in.
My man went and looked at the old show and timed it. Kaz,
baby, where you at?
Are you going to come up here every day that you are able to and call out Kaz till he decides to respond?
Look, I got to. You can't talk bad on my man Tua and then not even show up, bro. Come on.
I don't think you'll do it.
I know he's not going to do it. I've run into that problem. That people who talk on the internet don't want to put the money up.
I don't think that you have the stamina to every day come up here.
Are you serious?
I don't think you'll do it,
bro. Look, I will set my alarm for 9:30 right now on air in front of everybody, so that I will get Kaz on here. And if he don't show,
you're gonna every day. You're gonna do it every day till he responds with something.
Until the season start. That'll be Friday next week. I mean, after the season start, after the first game, it's pretty much over. You know what I mean? We can't go about the bet no more. I mean,
we'll see. I expect to see you here every day.
Hey, I'll be here tomorrow, Friday. I'm off tomorrow, actually, too.
Okay.
I might be out doing some things, but tomorrow's Friday. Yep.
Tomorrow's Spread Kindness Friday, right?
It is.
I don't usually drop the link on Fridays, but you know what? You DM me. I'll give you the link for 5 minutes for 2 minutes because you are going to publicly call him out every day. I will allow you to do that until Kaz responds, until the season starts.
I got you.
You say you're about that life.
Hey, can we talking all that and then not back it up, bro? Come on now.
Kaz, you've been called out, Kaz.
Come on, Kaz. Come with it. You don't even have to, Kaz, you don't even have to take the bet, man. Just come on up. Say you was wrong.
Respond to the man.
Come on, bro.
Respond.
That's it.
Just want a response from you.
That's it.
Let us know you're good, Kaz. You used to come on all the time. Where you at, Kaz? We miss you. All right.
Where you at, baby?
That was it, huh?
I mean, unless you want to talk about how Jalen Hurts ain't making it back to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's about it for me.
They definitely are. NorCal wanted to know what's the bet. What was the bet?
Oh, $100. Tua has a better season than Derek Carr. For me, he's on Derek Carr. I'm on Tua. $100.
All right. Sorry, I'm getting texts from people, and it's crazy.
No, you're good, bro. I know you got a lot.
I know, dude. You have no idea. This is it's been crazy. All right. Anything else before I let you go? I love you, man.
I'll be good, bro.
Man, brother.
Yeah.
All
right, Joe.
DM me.
I only got Twitter. I'm not on socials no more. So all I got is a Twitter.
All right, just DM me on Twitter.
All right, I got you, bro.
All right, man.
Yep.
Bye. What do you want?
What is going on? I wanted to know what's the beef, what's the bet, but he kind of said it. So Tua versus Derek Carr. Yeah, I think that's easy money. I think Tua's gonna have a better year than Derek Carr. That's safe to say. Steven, I was trying to cause trouble today. I see all the old school hitters, the OG apps come up here. I wanted to cause a little trouble. I wanted to see if the guy wanted to bet something else. I'll take that bet right now between Tua and Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
Not Tua and
hey,
Derek Carr.
get back up here, man. Lewis said he'll take that bet. I'll wait to see if he comes back up. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Steven?
Stressed, crazy, wild. This whole Chris Johnson's first super sticker. Let's go, Chris. $3 donation. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
There it is.
I don't have you on mute, noob. I'm not ducking you, noob.
Unbelievable. You're ducking noob out here?
I would never duck noob. I would never duck him. Although he said this morning on Twitter that he watches Miss Finn's, the #1 Miami fan morning show.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Miss Finn's is not the #1 morning show. It's me. It's most definitely me.
Well, it's debatable.
It is debatable. Very debatable.
We should start a poll.
I will ultimately lose that. All right, hey, he's here. Let's go. Let's go, you two.
What's good, bro?
Well, I just heard your last comments. I don't want to bet the Derek Carr because I'm with you. I'm on your side. I've been looking for Caslin too. But I think your last remark was talking about how the Eagles. I guess you don't believe in the Eagles. I'll take that bet with Jalen Hurts.
What?
Yeah.
That's not good money, bro. That's not good money.
No. Oh, that's easy money. That's
no, it's not. You want to know why? I'm gonna even tell you why, unless you still make a decision.
Okay, go ahead.
History has not favored the Super Bowl loser very well at all. At all. Joe Burrow was number 34, the 34th Super Bowl losing quarterback. That makes Jalen Hurts was the only one after him, right? If I'm correct. That makes Jalen Hurts 35. Right. Of the 35 Super Bowl losing quarterbacks, only 6 even made it back. One of those 6s was Jim Kelly, who took 4 chances to get back, and he still didn't win. 3 of those 6s won. One of which was Greasy. You know what I mean? One of which was Elway, who took another 4 chances to get back to the Super Bowl. The other was, I believe, Lynn Dawson or somebody like that. But yeah, it's not easy to make it back to the Super Bowl, bro.
But I thought that wasn't the bet. I thought the bet you had with Caslin, or you were looking for Caslin, was which quarterback would have a better season.
That's between him and Derek Carr. You're talking about Jalen Hurts, which is I'm saying Jalen Hurts will not make it back to the Super Bowl ever. Most likely.
See, no. I wanted that same energy that you were going to say that Tua was going to have a better season.
Who's going to have a better year?
No. I wouldn't bet Tua and Jalen Hurts having better seasons because that one's too close. That one's way too close to bet.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see where that energy was because listen.
No. That one right there is a bad bet. Like, I'm not saying the Eagles are going to be a bad team, but they're not going to win a division. That's probably going to be the Cowboys or the Redskins. Washington. And they won't make it back to the Super Bowl.
Chris Johnson,
at least not with Hurts.
Chris Johnson with his $5 donation. He out here doing it. He said, what did he say? He said, why is nobody donating? Hey, look, Chris. I mean, look, I appreciate you, Chris. I appreciate you, my boy. I do. So there ain't going to be no bet here is what y'all are saying?
I wouldn't bet Hurts versus Tua a better season. No, that was a bad bet.
He didn't want to bet you, Lewis. He was scared. He was scared. That's what happened.
That was way too close. That was way too close to call. I even think Tua gonna have 40 and 40. You know what I mean? At least.
What? Touchdowns?
40 touchdowns, 4,000 yards at least.
Lewis is on mute. Lewis, are you working? Stop.
I mean, are we trying to bet that? No. Are we trying to 4,040 touchdowns? Is that what?
I mean, betting? That's what I think he's gonna have at least. He's gonna play a full season.
Okay.
40 and 40.
He wants to know, are you trying to bet that though?
Even if Coach McDaniel has told you he wants to be more balanced and he's trying to implement the run a little bit more, you still believe 40 and 40?
That's gonna be late game when we're already ahead.
Oh man. So again, we don't have to do the 100. We could do a little friendly bet. You know, whatever. I'm willing to bet that Tua doesn't throw have 40 and 40. I'm willing to say he doesn't throw for 40 touchdowns and have 4,000 yards. I don't think so. I don't think I can see maybe the yards, but I don't think he gets up to 40 touchdowns.
I can see that. And I can see him not getting to 42, but I'll still take that. I'll still take that one because I know he's gonna get 4K.
Okay.
All right. Already put the over on him on his over on underdog, which is 20.
Is the bet 40 touchdowns, 4,000 yards?
I'll take it.
And you're taking the over, and Lewis is taking the under.
I'll take the under. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We can make that happen.
Now, what's the bet? And remember, House gets 10% of any bet. Just
That's ridiculous.
the house wins always.
My 10% comes in the show that I do with you on Monday, Steve. You get my 10%.
You better win your bet then. You better win your bet.
It don't matter. I'll let the homie, since he's more new coming around here, I'll let him put the parameters of the bet.
I mean, I really don't. I mean, shoot, unless it's money, I really don't like. I'm not gonna wear another team's jersey. That's absolutely not gonna happen.
No. He's good with money. He just wants to know what's the amount.
Yeah, what's the amount? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna do more than $100. Like I've learned that you can't rely on people.
Right.
You don't see IRL to put up the money. You know what I mean? So I won't do more than $100.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So if you want to do $100, you want to do 50, you want to do 25, we can get $100 to a charity. So I don't really care. You know what I mean? You don't got to come to me.
How about this? The winner has to give it to our DCC team.
That'll work. That's what I was about to say.
Cancer Challenge team.
DCC team?
Dolphins,
what's that?
The DCC.
Dolphins Cancer Challenge.
Okay,
work.
that's what's up.
All right,
we can do that.
We're East 32 and Miami Sports Music are linking up for a team for Dolphins Cancer Challenge this year. So winner has to do that. Winner has to give $100 to that charity.
That'll work. I'm in.
I like it.
I'm in.
Let's go. All right.
Yep.
Chef Zhu, write it down, Chef. Put it in there. Put it in black and white, Chef. Over under 40 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. Chris with another $2 donation. He's trying to get people to donate. I appreciate that, Chris. Lewis is taking the under. VA Dolphin is taking the over. And the loser has to give 100% to Miami Sports Music and East 32's
DCC
team. Oh, word. I'm with it. I'm with it too. That's what's up. I can safely take that bet knowing that it's going for a good cause. Even if I win or lose, I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's a win-win all around.
It's a win-win all around. That's what we do here at Miami Sports Music. All we do is win no matter what. Okay? DJ Cali. All right, VA Dolphin. You good?
Yep.
Right,
yeah,
brother.
That don't get you off the hook, Kaz. Remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I put up both hundos. Don't get you off the hook, Kaz.
Kaz, looking for you.
Kaz got the search party out for him, boy.
Hell yeah. But yeah, my daughter just came back and my lady, so I gotta, do that thing.
Hey, we know. All right, man.
Yep.
Easy. Lewis, we know, don't we? Oh, we know.
Oh yeah, we definitely know.
Hey, Lewis, somebody wants to say hello to you.
What's good? Where they at? Oh man. Oh, here we go.
What's up, Batman?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Let me do my Von Joe voice. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
What are we talking about this morning?
What are we whining about today, gentlemen?
Yeah, what's going on, Batman?
Listen, I just want to know. Listen, we got news yesterday that apparently multiple people in this fan base want to trade Jalen Waddle for 2 first-round picks. I mean, I want to know if this is if there's any truth to that. Like any fans out here really want to do that? That's what I want to know.
Are you talking to somebody that's currently on this panel that's not named Steven?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Because I know Lewis knows the talent of Waddle. I mean, I'm just talking about the fan base that thinks Waddle is expendable for 2 first-round picks.
I mean,
if anybody says that, come and talk to me because that's wild.
That's what I said.
I mean, listen, 1 first-round pick, I'm not listening, right? I'm not listening to that trade proposal. But 2 first-round picks does get me at least to the table. I'm not saying
the dude was traded for 2 first-round picks, Lewis. He was traded for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, well, but I think Chris Greer was stupid for doing that. You didn't have to trade 2 first-round picks to get him. You could have got him where you just said at. So, again, like let's get out of our feelings a little bit. I'm not saying I'm doing it yet, but 2 first-round picks does. Listen, I mean,
we're just gonna cap now, Lewis. That's what we're gonna do.
I'm not capping. Am I capping? I'm saying one first round pick. I'm not even listening. But two first round picks, it gets me to the table.
That's his middle name, Batman. That's Cat.
Y'all need to stop. So you mean to tell me if someone came to you right now and offered you two first round picks?
Not for Jalen Waddle, bro. Jalen Waddle's not available.
I'll trade Tyreek before I do it.
I'll do you. All right, here's what I'll give you 2 trades that I would consider. Actually, one of them I would take in a heartbeat because it's fantasy. It will never happen in this world. Actually, they're probably both will never happen in this world. But I would at least look 2 first and Jonathan Taylor included, and then I'll give up Jalen, or 2 first and Patrick Mahomes, and then I'll give up Jalen. That's about the only 2 trades I would ever make.
Nah, you would have to give me at least 3 first and Jonathan Taylor if you want me to come to that.
I would ever do.
No,
and Quentin Nelson.
That's ridiculous. First of all, since we're gonna do this, and I don't like doing this, Tyreek Hill didn't even go for 2.
We're here talking fantasy. We're talking imaginary. I mean, because ain't no way that would ever happen ever.
But you guys are talking about you wouldn't trade Jalen Waddle for 2 first round picks.
You're talking about a top 10 receiver, on a rookie deal. On a rookie deal. You still have power in 3 years of his power that you could take him.
Well, no. Again, once you get into that franchise tag, you're paying close to upwards of $30 million.
Ever said on this panel?
It is. It is. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, the fact of the matter is, Jalen Waddle's not going to be on that rookie deal for forever, right? That's number one.
He still has 2 years though on that rookie deal.
Again, I don't care about none of that. 2 first round picks. Again, Tyreek Hill didn't go for 2 first round picks. And that's Tyreek freaking Hill.
He had a contract coming in, though, Lewis. If he was under contract and making chump change, you could argue that.
If the team, again, to your point, Batman, do you think Miami is going to re-up Jalen Waddle?
Once Tyreek leaves, yeah.
Again, so you're going to have to stop miss me then with he's on the rookie deal. You're going to pay him eventually, and you're going to be paying him upwards of $30+ million.
But that's you still have him. You're still dangling a player. Same thing with Ramsey. When he was on a rookie deal, he got traded from Jacksonville to the Rams. He got dangled for those 2 first. So you have to. Same thing with our Tunsil scenario. He was on that rookie deal. You could trade these guys on that rookie deal, and you still have them 2 years. Even if you want to pay him the following season, you still got him on 2 years on a rookie deal.
The longer you wait on that rookie deal, though, the price goes up.
Of course, because the receiver money is going up. We know that, but that's every receiver in the league.
We've seen that. It's not only the receiver money. We've seen that in the DT money with Christian Wilkins. If we would have tried to re-sign Christian Wilkins 2 years ago, that deal would have been a lot less than what he's looking for now, correct?
Right, but it wasn't going to happen 2 years ago, bro.
Could it happen
maybe last year? You could argue last year on the 4th year.
On that 4th year, and what is Waddle going into this
3
year? 3 years. So next year you're gonna. So next year you're already looking to re-sign him, aren't you?
No.
Or are you waiting?
I'm waiting another year. He's still under contract.
But why?
Because you have to come off of Tyreek's contract. Once Tyreek leaves, you could give him Tyreek's money.
Yeah, I'm just saying 2 first round picks. Listen, I'm not going to be one of those people. 2 first round picks. I'm not saying I'm saying yes to the deal, but I'm definitely at the table. I'm listening to it.
To be at the table, you got to give me 3, Taylor and Quentin Nelson to be at the table.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Hey, that's insane. I think
that's ridiculous.
You want them. If they want them, that's what they're going to pay.
I'll say 2 first rounders, Jonathan Taylor and Quentin Nelson. I think. And then
there we go. Then we can start talking.
I think that's good. Nobody would be mad at that deal.
You and Batman done lost your damn mind.
You got me on the phone for at least a minute if you threw that offer. At least a minute of my time. You know?
Man, I don't know. Man, listen, 2 first round picks. I'm at the table.
Hey, did you guys catch the conference? McDaniel's conference? He just did one.
No.
Oh yeah, I went to sleep.
But Lewis,
Lewis
and I can probably tell you what it said.
We got a game next Sunday.
No. Well, adjust my glasses.
It's pretty good. Pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
That's all is that said in that press conference.
Is that Coach McDaniel live on Miami Sports Media?
Got him. All right, Batman. Anything else before I let you go there, boss? House.
It just hit me, man. It hit me. Like he was talking, and I'm like, we got a game next Sunday. Like we game one. It's not
game
this Sunday, but next
one,
Sunday.
My boy.
I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. You know, I'm looking forward to see Brooks. I'm not calling him RB1, you know, but I'm saying
get him
I'm
off the panel,
excited
Batman.
to see him. You know,
Get him off the panel, Steven.
Hey, look, Steven, if you didn't know, I'm gonna tell you now. Lewis by week 10 is gonna have a Chris Brooks jersey. If you didn't know, you heard it here first.
I heard it here first. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Week 10, he's gonna be donning that jersey, and he's gonna be talking him up. I know it. I know Lewis.
Where do they sell those jerseys at? I know it's not at the team store. They don't have those at the team store. I know that.
Hey, the Godfather said if the Colts offered 2 first-rounders and Jonathan Taylor, I'm probably making the trade and hoping Penguin doesn't kill me in the playoffs. And that's the Godfather of the Dolphins.
You got to throw in Quentin Nelson for me to entertain it. But hey, everybody have a blessed day. Steven, Lewis, everybody in chat. Much love and be safe out there. And prayers up to anybody that was affected by this hurricane going through Carolina yesterday. And everybody, fins up.
Fins up, baby.
We got Liam Eichenberg back, man. Don't worry.
Got Liam Eichenberg. D'Angelo, what's good, homie?
What's up, man? I gotta hear all this nonsense in the morning.
Hey, man, look, I'm sorry, man. I can't.
Nah. I ain't gonna. Good morning, though, Steven. I actually agree with Lewis, man. Y'all is crazy, man.
Talk to him, D'Angelo.
There's no way.
I say that was crazy.
Steven, listen. I like Quentin Nelson. Taylor is all right. I'm not trading 2 first rounds. The man already don't want to be there. So you don't really have to trade. The man don't want to be there. For me to give up 2 first rounds, I agree with Lewis.
I'm out. Here's what. Listen to this, D'Angelo. The Dolphins trade Jalen Waddle, and in return, we get 2 first-rounders, Jonathan Taylor and Quentin Nelson.
No, because like what receiver you gonna get out of there that's gonna explode like Waddle, like in this year's draft? Just give me one.
None.
Then why would I do it?
I mean, I don't know. Listen, again,
that's a good trade, D'Angelo. Like that's
I'm not in the business. I'm not in the business of working with feelings. One first round pick.
No,
I'm not sending for.
I'm
Waddle.
not doing nothing for one.
But again, there's a receiver that came out of Ohio State this year that Njigba kid or something like that. He went to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
He could be just as good as Waddle.
Of course, you can ask Steven. Like, okay, If we talking about Ohio, but Miami don't look at OSU receivers though. Like, I promise you, like on a live drive, matter of fact, but they don't look at OSU. They just don't. If that's the case, I'm trading that. It gotta be for like you gotta get the Martin Harrison. You know, you got to. If it's not nothing like that, no.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. That's what the scenario is. It's not about what Miami is worth giving up Waddle. I'm saying if a team, because Batman said if a team came calling right now, let's say today someone calls and says, hey, Chris Grier, I got 2 first-round picks I'm willing to send to Miami. I just need Jalen Waddle. There's a lot of people that are in the community that are saying, no, they wouldn't do it. I'm not yet saying I would do it. What I'm saying is I would damn sure listen to it.
That's why your sister said she was calling me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I would listen because, again, there's a kid named, and again, I see level 2 noob in the chat. Marvin Harrison Jr., right? If you're telling me I'm replacing Waddle with Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Like
I like Ohio State. Steven, I tell you that. Now, if we go on that route, I'll do it. But at the same time, I'll do it. But, you know, when I heard the news, Waddle for Taylor, no, I won't do that because, one, he don't want to be there. And to be honest with you, I like Tyreek Hill, but Waddle is your only future receiver because Hill going to be gone soon.
Hey, let me ask y'all a quick question, totally unrelated to your conversation. Are tight ends more important than running backs in the NFL? What's more valuable, tight end or a running back?
Depends on the team.
It depends on the team.
I'm with Lewis. Give me a majority of teams. What's more important, a running back or a tight end?
Probably the running back.
Yeah.
I think most of us would agree and say the running back's more important, right?
The running back.
Can you explain to me why TJ Hawkinson today became the highest paid tight end at $17.1 million a year?
That's a horrible deal by many.
That was horrible.
Can somebody explain that to me?
That's GM. That's the GM.
TJ Hawkinson's making 17.1. Darren Waller with the Giants is making 17. George Kittle's making 15. Travis Kelce, who, by the way, is far and away better than TJ Hawkinson, and it's not even close, is making $14.3 million. Dallas Goedert is making 4.25, and Mark Andrews is making $14 million. Can somebody please explain to me why tight ends not only are getting paid more than running backs, they're surpassing it by miles?
Because you got to look at it. You know, I don't know if Lewis will look at it this way. Neither are you, Steven. It's only because of you know, they noticing without Hill, they seeing, in my opinion, I could be wrong, Lewis, I could be wrong, Steven. This is my take on it. And my take is because they seen Mahomes win without Hill with Travis Kelce. So once he get paid, every other top 10 tight end is gonna get paid. And they don't want to pay running backs no more anyways. The last running back that really got money was really Adrian Peterson. That really got money. Besides that, they didn't care. Like, they played around with LaDainian Tomlinson.
It doesn't make sense to me, is what I'm saying. Like,
well, it's because it's a passing league, though.
I mean,
that's what it is. And TJ Hawkinson is more of a receiving tight end than he is an inline blocker and tight end. Like, look at the name.
$17 million though for Hawkinson,
I get it,
Lewis. That's
I get it, but he's a glorified wide receiver, is what he is.
So Lewis,
that's what he is.
And by the way, just to be fair, Dolphin fans were bitching and complaining about Gesicki getting 10.
I would have paid that.
Yeah, because
that's a steal according to these contracts.
Well, what's his name? That just went to Houston. The guy that left Dallas to go to Houston. What's his name?
Dallas to go to Houston.
The tight end that played in Dallas for the past couple of years. His name is. He got $10 million.
Okay.
His name is. I can't remember his name right now.
I know who you're talking about, that good tight end, yeah. But I would have paid Mike Gesicki the $10 million.
Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, Dalton.
He went to Houston for $10 million. That's, bro. Again, it's because it's a passing league, Steven. That's what it is. Look at the tight ends we just named. Hawkinson, receiving tight end. Kittle, he's more of an inline blocker. But even Kelce, Waller, Mark Andrews, they're all receiving tight ends. And again, people get in their feelings. It's a passing league. That's what this thing is. You need a quarterback and you need weapons to throw the ball to in the league that we're playing in now. People don't like it. People want this, we need a balance and we need this, we need that. No, what you need in this league is a quarterback and weapons. So I'm not saying I like the deal for Hawkinson. I'm not saying I would pay him $17 million. I think it was a horrible deal. But, you know, again, Hawkinson is a glorified wide receiver. That's what he is.
Yep. And you know, we still got 3 roster spots left, Steven. Be honest with you, before the season start, all these people they cut, I'm still looking for at least a cheap right tackle. Because I mean, you could put Isaiah Wynn. You know, I don't like Eichenberg. I know Lewis don't like Eichenberg, but he cannot be your starter. I'm telling you this now, Steven. Before it starts, before we go live, he cannot be on the team.
Yeah, I like Eichenberg at center as a backup center.
I'll take that.
I think that's one of McDaniel's biggest misses in the preseason is not giving Liam Eichenberg no snaps at center. During OTAs, when Connor Williams wasn't in the building, we had Liam Eichenberg at center the whole training camp in the OTAs. He was taking snaps at center. From all reports, again, is he going to be top 10? No. But by all accounts, there was no bad snaps, right? There was no bad snaps. He was getting the job done. I think in a preseason where everybody told me that it doesn't matter, games don't count, it's about evaluation, I don't understand why Miami having a player that was holding out in Connor Williams. I don't know why they didn't try Liam Eichenberg, give him some snaps at center during the preseason. I really don't. Especially if you were gonna make a move of sending Dan Feeney, your original backup center, in a trade to Chicago. Now
that
what?
shocked me, Lewis. That shocked me.
So I don't know. I think that was a miss. I wish I would have seen Liam Eichenberg get a couple snaps in the preseason at center.
What's your take on that, Steven?
I think we need a true center in here. Look, we got $11 or $12 million in cap space right now. I think we can probably get a little bit more, but we definitely have enough cap space to go out there and do something with it. And I mean, there's gotta be somebody there's going to be a team that is going to try to trade or tank as we get further into the season. And I just want to see this offensive line get better. It needs to. It has to. It has to.
So if we get a center, what you doing? You putting Connor Williams at left guard and Wynn at right tackle?
I don't know.
The offensive line, the depth is what scares me on this football team. It's the depth at offensive line. But I said it yesterday, and I don't know how many people would agree with this, but Terron Armstead is a top 3 left tackle in the league. That's good. I think Isaiah Wynn has solidified himself as at least the starting left guard on the Miami Dolphins. I think he's an above-average player. Connor Williams graded out as a top 10 center last year, right? That's an above-average center.
Yes,
Robert Hunt, I believe, is an above-average right guard. The only real question mark on the starting offensive line would be Austin Jackson. And if he pans out, I mean, that starting 5 offensive line, that's not bad, bro. It's not bad. You basically going into the season, you have, in my opinion, 4 out of the 5 positions solidified. So all this crying about the offensive line, I really don't get it. Like, no team is perfect. And I just gave you 4 average to above average players on the offensive line. So for all the people that cry every day on these panels, whether it's on Twitter, YouTube, or whatever, go find me the starting 5 offensive line that are, that's just great around the league. Go ahead, I'll wait.
How you feel about all these running backs getting hurt, Steven, on our roster?
I mean, injuries have always been an issue, man. And that it's been an issue that's plagued our team for a minute, and it needs to be better, because if it's not, we're in for a long season again.
Yeah. How long is Ramsey out, Lewis? How many weeks?
4
About
weeks.
like
4 weeks minimum, and he'll probably my thing is he'll probably be out 8 or 9 minimum.
That's a lot, man.
I mean, look, it is, but I would love him back by November. I'm shooting for November.
I mean,
people aren't, but I am.
We didn't have him last year. Like, what are we really crying about Jalen Ramsey? I think he's a great player. We need him, right? But I think we'll be fine, man. I think Cater's going to take the next step. I like everything I see from Cam Smith. And we got a bunch of guys coming back, man. I think this secondary will be fine. I really do. I think the secondary is the least of our problems.
No. I like the secondary because you added Deshaun Elliott, David. You made some good moves.
All right. All right. Hey, D'Angelo, I'm gonna let you out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do, man. I'm sorry. I'm doing 15 things at once.
I got you, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on. Lewis, anything else before I let you go, bro?
No, I'm out of here.
Get out of here,
Steven. Love you, bro.
Love you, brother. Be good. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Tomorrow, Spread Kindness Friday. Jason Sarney will be here, myself. Tell the people about today's show. It was a fun show. Shout out to Cameron. I appreciate you guys listening today. It was a lot of fun. And tomorrow we'll be back for Spread Kindness Friday, all right? All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
supervisor. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Who that? To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time.